If your money disappears as fast as you earn it, you don't have a spending problem, you have a system problem. And until you fix that system, nothing changes. Not your next raise, not a new budget app, not more discipline. Because over 60% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And that includes people making six figures. So, this isn't about income, it's about structure. Welcome back to The Money Architect. In the last video, we broke down why earning more doesn't fix the problem. Now we're going to fix it. We're going to build a simple system that actually stops the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Because right now, most people are guessing. And guessing is expensive. The first step is simple, but most people avoid it. You have to face your cash flow. Most people don't have a spending problem. They have an awareness problem. Now, let's build structure. Because awareness alone won't fix this. You need a system that tells your money where to go before it disappears. This is where a simple framework comes in. Something like the 50-30-20 approach. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings and debt. Now, don't get stuck trying to make this perfect. This is a starting point. If your numbers don't fit exactly, that's fine. Adjust it. Maybe you're at 60-30-10 right now. Maybe your goal is to slowly move toward 50-30-20 over time. The point is not perfection. The point is control. Because right now, most people are operating at 80-20 or worse. 80% needs and lifestyle, 20% everything else, which leaves nothing for building stability. And here's what happens. When everything you earn is already spoken for, one unexpected expense breaks the system. Most people do this backwards. They try to save what's left instead of deciding up front what gets saved. So instead of asking what's left at the end of the month, you flip it. You decide at the beginning, this amount goes to savings. This amount goes to spending. Everything has a role. Now you're in control. But here's the part most people skip, and it's the reason their system keeps breaking. You need a buffer, because without a buffer, your plan won't survive real life. Stop trying to budget perfectly right out of the gate. Start by building a tiny financial buffer so one flat tire doesn't derail your entire month. This is your first real milestone. Not investing, not optimizing. Stability. Start small. $25 per paycheck. $50 if you can. If you feel like you have zero room, then create it. Sell something. Pick up a small side income stream temporarily, not forever, just long enough to build momentum. Because here's what that buffer does. It absorbs stress. Let's say your car needs a $400 repair. Without a buffer, that goes on a credit card. Now you've added interest, payments, and pressure. With a buffer, it's an inconvenience, not a crisis. That's the difference. And once you feel that difference once, everything changes. You're not broke, you're just one unexpected expense away from chaos. The goal is to eliminate that risk. Now let's take this one step further, because the best system is one you don't have to think about. This is where automation comes in. Set up your money to move before you ever see it. The moment your paycheck hits, a portion goes straight into savings. No decision required, no willpower needed. You remove the chance to spend it. And at the same time, you give yourself permission to enjoy what's left, because your priorities are already handled. Let's say you automate $75 per paycheck. That's $150 a month. In 3 months, you've got $450. 6 months, $900. Now you've got real breathing room, and you didn't have to fight yourself to get there. You just built a system that works in the background. This is how stability is built. Quietly, consistently, automatically. Let's make this real. Imagine someone making $100,000 a year, good income. But every month their account hits zero right before payday. They feel stressed. They're using a credit card just to cover small gaps. From the outside, everything looks fine. From the inside, it's constant pressure. So here's what they do. They map their cash flow. They realize they're spending $300 a month on subscriptions, dining, and small habits they barely notice. They cut that down by $150. Not everything, just the low-value stuff. Then they automate $75 per paycheck into savings. Within 3 months, they've got a buffer. No more relying on credit cards for small emergencies. No more anxiety waiting for payday. Same income, different system, different outcome. You don't need more money to start. You need a better structure. Let's bring it all together. First, map your cash flow. Know exactly what's happening. Second, separate needs from wants and eliminate what doesn't serve you. Third, build a simple structure for your money. Fourth, create a small buffer immediately. And fifth, automate everything so the system runs without you. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't a life sentence. It's a systemic error, and you have the power to rewrite the code today. Now here's where most people get this wrong. They fix their day-to-day money, but they never zoom out. They stop living paycheck to paycheck, but they don't actually build a long-term plan. And that's where a new problem shows up, because stability is one thing, but being on track for the future, that's something completely different. In the next video, we're going to break that down. How to know if you're actually on track for retirement, or if you're falling behind without realizing it. Because getting control of your money is step one. Making sure it actually works for you long term. That's the next step. I'll see you in the next one.